The intro is made of 4 chords, 4 very easy chords. When you started playing guitar, you probably encountered these chords. We have a simple A minor chord, the open position. We're using 5 strings here, the 5 top strings, so we're not playing this low E string. And it's almost like an E major shape, you know, middle finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret. Ring finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, right underneath. And the index finger is going to go on the 2nd string, 1st fret, leaving the 1st and 5th string open. And here's a nice A minor chord. That's for that first chord. And then we have a G major. G major chord, there's several different positions you can use here, but I tend to use the one with the pinky. The pinky is going to go on the 1st string, 3rd fret. Then you're going to leave a bunch of strings open here, and we're going to play on the 5th and 6th string. I'm going to put my ring finger on the 6th string, the little E string, 3rd fret. And the middle finger is going to go on the 5th string, 2nd fret. And if you play these 6 strings together, you have a nice open G major chord. The other option, if this fingering is a little bit difficult for you, some people have trouble with the pinky. The pinky is quite a weak finger. You can cheat a little bit, which is a valid option really. It's not really a cheat, it's just a different way to playing this. Basically, same fingering, but different fingers. So not the same fingering. We're going to start with the middle finger on the 6th string, 3rd fret, instead of the ring finger. Middle finger this time. Index finger goes on the 5th string, 2nd fret. Then leave these strings open here. And instead of using the pinky, which is the weak finger, we're going to replace the pinky with the ring finger on the 1st string, 3rd fret. Sometimes it's a little bit easier to play it that way. So that's a G major. Then comes an F major. F major is a chord that a lot of beginner students find difficult because it's a bar chord. A bar chord is basically using the same finger for more than one fret, barring these frets together. So it requires a lot of strength. But for this particular song, we're not going to do the complete F major position. We're going to cheat a little bit. Once again, not a cheat, just a different option. Easier. And instead of playing the full F major chord here with these 6 strings, we're simply going to place 2 fingers on this chord. The index finger on the 6th string, 1st fret, and the ring finger on the 5th string, 3rd fret. And we're going to use the 4th string, but we're going to leave it open. So it's a variation of F major. And I told you there's 4 chords, but really there's 3 because the 4th chord is the same chord as the 2nd chord, which is G major. So we've got an A minor chord, a G, an F, that cheat there, and back to G. So we're going back and forth. A minor, G, F, G. And we're going to play these chords in arpeggios. An arpeggio basically is a chord, more than one note played at the same time. But instead of playing all these notes at the same time, strumming that chord, you're going to play this chord one note after the other. Just like that. And it creates something a little bit more melodic. You know, it flows a little bit better and it works really well in this song. So we're going to arpeggiate these 3 chords that we talked about. Here's how we're going to do it. For the A minor chord, we're going to play only on 3 strings, strings 5, 4, and 3. And your left hand position stays the same, just like for A minor. And we're going to start strumming the 5th string open, followed by the 4th string, 2nd fret, followed by the 3rd string, 2nd fret. And here's a little trick. On this same string, the 3rd string, you're going to release the ring finger, which is on the 2nd fret. You're going to play that string open. So I'm playing 4 notes. My right hand is playing strings 5, 4, 3, and 3 again. But this time I'm going to release the ring finger so that it's an open string. Just like that. And that works over an A minor chord. Then comes the G major chord that we talked about earlier. This time, we're not going to play the full G major. We're going to start on the 6th string, followed by the 5th and the 4th, and then the 3rd string. So 4 notes, string 6, 5, 4, 3. So really we don't even need the pinky here. I showed that to you earlier just for the purpose of your own improvement, but you don't need it in that song. So here are the 2 first chords, A minor, and then G major, just the beginning of G major, the first 4 notes. Followed by the F. Remember the easy F that I showed you? It's almost like a power chord F. Index finger on the 6th string 1st fret, followed by the ring finger on the 5th string 3rd fret. And then you're going to play strings 4 and 3 open. So here are these 3 chords all together. Back to the G, just like you played it earlier. So you got A minor, G, F, and G. Get comfortable with these 4 chords, 3 chords really, one is repeated, the G, because you're going to find this combination of chords throughout the song, and it requires a lot of concentration, especially if you don't have a singer. If you sing with the track, it's going to be easier to keep track of these chords, but make sure you're comfortable with that. It seems simple, and it is quite simple, but if you've got to play this 5 minutes, it requires really a lot of concentration and precision. So make sure you're familiar with these. And just a final note on this opening riff, which is found throughout the track. Notice that on all these 4 chords, this note right here, which is a G open, is repeated. You can hear it throughout the chord. Hear that note? Well, that little principle can be applied to your own compositions. If you listen to songs that are successful, a lot of them have this concept of repeating some notes, keeping some notes in common. And if you want to sound melodic, if you want to sound appealing, that's something to keep in mind. Whether you're playing lead or creating a simple ballad like that, try to find some notes in common to the chords you're dealing with, and use them over these chords. That's really gonna, I think, help your compositions sound a little bit more appealing, because the human ear loves to recognize things. Probably happened to you. You probably heard the latest Britney Spears song on the radio, and days after, you sing it, and all your friends make fun of you, but that's because your ear recognizes that. It takes pleasure in recognition and recognizing things. Apply that to your own music and write something cool. Anyways, that was a little side note. That's for the intro. And this intro, these 4 chords, are the same exact chords that you'll find in the verse. So if you look at the tabs, you'll have the intro and the verse together. Same exact thing. All right, that's for the intro. And now we're going to move on to what I call the pre-chorus. And we'll talk about this.